Evelyn at the American Labor Museum, and I'm going to share instructions for a labor arts project that you can create at home. It's a visual arts project, and it's one of the favorite ones that 3rd, 4th, and 5th graders create at the museum. But this, as I said, you can do at your home. What you'll need is a pencil, a pen if you're comfortable using one. It's not necessary, but if you're comfortable, a pen, and something that makes color. Artists like to use crayons. You're welcome to use crayons, colored pencils, or even markers. Then you'll need a piece of paper. I'm using plain old copy paper from my computer, and you'll notice that I folded it in half like a book or a card. We'll be using it in this manner with 2 areas to work on. And I have a piece of scrap paper. I like to work with scrap paper too. You can make mistakes here and think on scrap paper before you make your final project. So our project is entitled My Everyday Working Hero. I'm sure you have a hero. When we hear that word, we think of superheroes in movies, in books that we like to read. But in our communities and workplaces all around us, there are everyday people who complete heroic tasks at work. They are heroes and heroines. Heroines is the word for women who are heroes. What is a hero? A hero is someone who is inspiring. They are courageous and brave, and we admire them. What I've started on my scrap paper is what you are invited to do to work on your My Everyday Working Hero project. I folded the paper in half, as my final project will also be on paper this way. And on one side, I've started to make a list at the top. Words that describe a hero or a heroine. And you can see by my list, I've used some of the adjectives that we mentioned before. A hero is brave, courageous, caring, helpful. Can you think of a 5th word to describe a hero? Write it on your list, at least 5 adjectives. Then at the bottom of this half of my paper, I've made another list, numbered to 4, putting down the names of jobs that people do that are heroic jobs. Well, firefighters for sure are everyday working heroes. When there is a fire in a house in my neighborhood, the firefighters who are well trained go inside of the dangerous building to rescue people who are there. Teachers too are everyday working heroes. Every day they are kind and caring. They teach us lessons that we need to know so that when we are adults, we are successful and we are good citizens. Construction workers are heroes too. They build our houses and schools and other buildings in our neighborhood. We're human beings. We need food, clothing, and shelter, a roof over our heads. Firefighters, teachers, construction workers are everyday working heroes. So, who is your everyday working hero? You may continue the list. Then select one everyday working hero that you know. On the other side of the paper, your scrap paper, put the title of our project at the top, My Everyday Working Hero. And then use each of the adjectives that you use to describe your everyday working hero to write a single sentence in the space below your title about your everyday working hero. You will have a paragraph. Then transfer your paragraph and title to your final project paper. And on the other side of the fold, make a picture of your everyday working hero. I'm not going to take the time to complete my final project because I'd like to share with you some 5th graders' projects that were published in a book, My Everyday Working Heroes, that is in the museum library. You are welcome to borrow it or read it when you come to visit us. So let me read you one example from the book. This is Erin's everyday working hero, who happens to be her father. He is in his office in this picture, and above his office is a helicopter. So let me read you her essay. My everyday working hero. There are lots of everyday heroes. An everyday working hero is a person that helps someone in any way. It could be someone you look up to. Everyday working heroes save people's lives. Anyone can be an everyday working hero. My everyday working hero is my dad. You might think my hero is not a hero, but he is. My dad sits at a computer and orders parts for police helicopters. When the parts come in and he opens the gate, he gives the parts to the people. At his work, they fix the helicopters. When you think of everyday working heroes, you think of people who do something incredible. You never think about the people who work behind the scenes, like my dad. Without the parts, people wouldn't be able to fly or rescue. Let me share another example with you. This is Troy's drawing of his everyday hero. And you can see a small baby on a stretcher who needs medical help. Troy writes, everybody has an everyday working hero. Everyday working heroes are people who put their lives in danger for us. We are lucky to have such heroic people. These people do a lot for us. My everyday heroes are my mom and dad. They are paramedics. Paramedics save lives. They take responsibility for lives. They are pleasant to their patients. They are brave and always help people. Paramedics show honesty to their patients. Everybody has an everyday hero. You might also have an everyday hero. I am proud of my everyday working heroes. Someday I will be an everyday working hero. What would we do without everyday working heroes? So now it's your chance to make your everyday working hero project. You can make 1, 2, 3, make a book of your everyday working heroes. And remember, not every everyday working hero works outside of the home. There are some everyday working heroes who make your breakfast, make your bed every day, take care of you when you are sick. They receive no paycheck for it, but it's a job that they do in a very heroic way. So look around your community. Who is your everyday working hero?